Welcome to Mogobe Nuggets of Wisdom podcast. My name is Mompoloki Lerumo Mogobe. Our objective is to enthuse, inspire, energize, and empower entrepreneurs and entrepreneurs of all stripes here in BW and beyond. We do so by inviting these entrepreneurs into our makeshift studio. Sometimes we call them to the restaurant, sometimes we go to our studio, and we ask them to share their experiential knowledge, their experiences and their expertise, and we ask them as many questions as we can, aimed at empowering you also as a viewer. Hello and welcome, dear listener, to Mogobe Nuggets of Wisdom podcast. As always, we do our best to bring you life-changing and empowering business education. We're always bringing to you dynamic entrepreneurs, and do I have an entrepreneur and a half for you today? I mean, you guys are going to love this one. We're going to talk about all things digital. We're going to talk specifically about an e-commerce digital platform called Pricemate. And my guest is Mrs. Poifo Poncana. Poncana, we used to pronounce it that way, but I'll leave it to you to introduce yourself. Welcome to Mogobe Nuggets of Wisdom.
Thank you very much, Mogobe. We're very happy to be here, to be joining you on this special day. Yes, my name is Poifo Poncana, as you rightfully said. I studied construction management some donkey years ago. I have been in the industry for more than 20 years, maybe I should say more than 30 years. And where it actually then, it's as a matter of after doing construction management, I went and did project management as a whole in totality, looking at different project management areas in the industry in the country. And then I started thinking about this product that we're going to be talking about today. It's something that occurred to me as I was going about my day-to-day usual being me. I go to shops, look for specials, the specials that you usually get in the shops at the doorsteps and the entry of every shop. Take the specials, look through, not necessarily to say I'm looking to buy something, but it was just a passion that I started developing. So as time went on, I started thinking, what better way can one actually get this organized in one space? What better way can one get, especially with technology, increasing and growing in the era we're in. So I thought of putting together a platform that can actually collate all this information. And I figured the shops would really be keen to do something like this, especially from the point of view of what do you think about the trouble they go through just to get these specials out, the cost that's associated with it as well, and just visibility, because a lot of times when you find that you only get to know about the special either if you buy a newspaper or if you actually go to that shop.
Okay.
So that's where then this whole idea started playing in my mind, and I organized myself to a point where then I got to where I am.
Okay,
Yes.
I'm going to ask about the name Pricemate in a moment, but I just want to hear a little bit about your background and find out when the entrepreneurial bug first bit you, and how was the process?
I think initially I didn't see it as anything big. I just saw it as something that is some convenience of some form. And once I actually divulged it to my daughter, and I said to her, listen, I've got this idea. And she happened to have been schooling at Lincoln Queen, doing a different course. But then she said to me, listen, why don't we approach Lincoln Queen and find out if they would have the best out of the best cream from that year. And let's see if they can give us some website developers. So it was really a trial more than anything, but once I started working on it, I realized that this could actually become something big. Yes.
All right. And the name, how did you come up with the name Pricemate?
Like I say, it was really more looking at convenience around shopping. So specials from shops, it's all about how can I save money. So then we realized that, there's more to partnership as we're going along than just going there and picking these hard copy specials, scanning them and putting them on the website.
Okay.
So we created this, the name around creating mates and around prices as well.
When did the company first start, and how has the journey been so far?
Okay, we started developing early 2016, and then we launched, or let me say we were live end of 2016. So in actual fact, I could say we've been running since 2017 up to where we are now.
To a lay person like me, exactly how does it work in practical terms? Just pretend I know nothing about technology. How does it work?
Okay, like I said, we started off purely just to collect all these specials. So you'll find that the bigger part of who we are actually centers around the fact that we started using catalogs as our way of doing business. So
do you simply replicate what's in the catalog in your platform?
Yes. And then, like I say, the main thing was really to create that convenience, where then we are saying, okay, instead of just looking at shop number A and see what they're selling, you could also check to see, what's shop number B selling on the same, same period, same type of products as well. By the time you leave home, you know exactly what it is that you're going to buy and where you're going to buy it and how much you're going to spend. So the way you go about it is just you log on to the website, which is, like I said, it's a platform. It's www.pricemate.info. And when you go in there, you'll find there are different pages. The catalogs page is actually sitting as one of the pages. You click on it, and then you'll be able to see all the products or the catalogs that are sitting there for every different shop. So if, for instance, you want to look for a catalog for shop Mogobe,
for argument's sake, Mogobe Nuggets.
You actually go click on catalogs, and then it will give you a whole list of catalogs that appear on the first page. On the left-hand side, you're able to then filter out the specific shop that you want to actually look up.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I asked you how the journey has been so far, because I'm curious as to how you've grown and how big now your market is.
Like I said, I think maybe what has been to our advantage is that I didn't start this as a sort of a way of making money. I think what was giving me the pleasure out of all these years for us to have survived so many years, and maybe we don't really have, that much money we're making, I would say it was a pleasure of seeing these young kids developing the skill they learned at school and actually owning it. And the product that we have now is actually their hands. No interference, no influence from the outside. These are Botswana kids brought up in the Botswana education system, and they were able to produce such a marvelous platform.
And speaking of marvelous, how has it... Are you able to gauge your following? Are you able to gauge your customer base?
100%. With the help of our PR as well, and the help of our graphic designers, we do a lot of publicity on Facebook, on Instagram, and obviously we can do more on other platforms. But for now, we decided to concentrate on this, and we've got a good followers. I mean, on Facebook, we've got more than 69,000 people that are following us. Yeah, and then on Instagram, we've got 2.5. Yeah, we actually just started picking up on Instagram very recently. Initially, we were just focusing on Facebook. Yeah. And
in terms of value proposition, in terms of the clear benefit, in terms of numbers, can you break it down so we understand the value proposition for the customer? For instance, if this bottle of water is going for, let's say, 20 pula, your platform is able to offer X, Y, Z.
Yeah, maybe let me just clarify this. We set ourselves up almost as, like I said earlier on, to be in partnership with shops. We are not buying from shops and passing on to consumers and putting a markup. So our whole focus is to say, we are almost like it's a virtual shop. It's a shopping mall where shops actually come in and plug in their different products, and then customers will be able to view and see exactly what the shops are selling. If they want to buy from that individual shop, then they contact the shop directly and they deal with them directly. But then the direct part of it, we're still providing the platform as a channel. So we link them directly to the shops. So they place orders on Pricemate, and then Pricemate passes the orders to the shops. So that at least we can actually create a platform that can generate that whole process to the end. And we also then offer the delivery process as well. So I'll say that is what's probably one of the unique things. We're offering customers for shops that are already selling online an opportunity for them to purchase, pay, and actually get products delivered through the same system.
Okay. I've read that to become an entrepreneur, you need to change yourself. How can you share with us a little bit of your personal journey in terms of how you metamorphosed and changed from being in construction to now being a CEO of such an important platform?
I think there's a lot of similarities. Once you get into, like you've been working for so many years, you've been out there for so many years, you get to a point where everything that you pick up from your previous experience, they become a benefit as you're moving forward. So construction is all about delivery, time delivery, quality and all that. And obviously stakeholder engagements and just to put everything, it's project management is just everything.
Yes.
So if you approach, and that's the approach that I actually utilized. When I approached this new baby, I looked at it with that in mind. You conceptualize, you get into a point where you say, how do I then plan, how do I implement, and make sure that it actually become operational. So it's actually assisted, that quality has assisted in moving into that space. The only thing, obviously, that now you have to be very conscious about is the money that you're spending. And how do you recoup it?
And how has it been so far in terms of, you mentioned money, and obviously everybody who's watching is asking themselves, is there Zaga in this thing? And where is the Zaga, and how do you make it?
Yeah, the Zaga is there because if you look at what's happening worldwide, similar platforms are making a lot of money. The only challenge is that you obviously need a very strong infrastructure when it comes to internet accessibility. And then on top of that, it's people's appetite and aptitude to internet usage. So as you're going along, you're actually training and coaching the market for the specific product that you're giving them. I think the biggest training and coaching that one has to really overcome is getting the shops to actually see value in using a platform of this nature apart from just your normal brick and mortar.
Okay. Yeah. And how are you going about that? How are you going about educating the market, shops?
It's a long process. Very, very long process. As we speak now, we've got close to 130 shops that are already operating through our platform. A lot of them, though, still have not yet signed up for online shopping. But we are featuring specials and catalogs from about 130 people.
That's
shops.
Quite a lot, eh? And in terms of marketing strategy, of course you come on the nuggets, which is a good move. Are you able to share any specific strategy going forward that you're in the process of perhaps developing or launching?
What we're trying to do, we're trying to create value. Apart from making money, and I've realized that if you put money ahead of everything, then it becomes a drawback. And you can also lose patience too quickly. I mean, as I say, we've been here since 2017.
2016.
Well, in
Yeah.
operation, in
Yes.
reality, end of 2016,
Okay.
November 2016 was when we came live. And when you look at the revenue that we are making out of this, it's very minimal. So our whole focus here is really to try and ensure, we stay ahead of the game. There are competitors who have now come behind us. I don't know if you have heard of them, but they are basically still on those teething stage that we went through. But obviously they can overtake us if we are not careful.
I don't think we'll allow that to happen.
No, I don't think we will. But the reality of it is that we need to be able to leverage on the position we're on right now and ensure that everything that we're doing will always stay ahead of the game. So our strategy is always to make sure that we're developing beyond. With these catalogs that we have, what more can we do about them? Because we can see that there are some value that can be generated and gained from the information that we have. And then we just keep on moving forward.
Okay, somebody looking from outside may think it's easy. There's that tendency. But I'm sure you are here to tell us that there's a lot more involved. What is the process involved in sort of software development associated with this?
Yeah, and you can say that again. The easy part of it is that when we started using something that was already, it's a pre-made product, and then you just tailor make it to suit you, what you need. We realized that it wasn't working. So that's when these developers that I brought in from, I'll mention the name of the university again, Lincoln Queen. I got these guys and they said to me, this will not work for us. Let's do it from scratch. So it's unique in that way, in that at least now it's a product that we've developed for their market, for our purpose, and we're able to customize it as we're moving along. So the easy part of it was that somebody might think, we already have these e-commerce platforms, softwares, bring them on, and then tomorrow we launch. And I think that's where somebody might think it's easy, but as they go along, they'll realize that no, you actually do need to own it and control it and be able to adjust it as you're going along.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's pivot a little bit to COVID. We're in the middle of it, and I've heard people say that it's had some positives and others saying it has had negative impact. What would you say? What impact has it had on Pricemate?
Like everything else, obviously then it means a lot of shops had to cut down on their marketing budgets, and which translates into specials being publicized and all that. So it did give us a bit of a slowdown in terms of what we can provide people with things that are used to be products or catalogs that they're used to see. I think that's probably the sort of negative. There was a slight drop and in terms of the visitors who were coming into the website. But now there's also some positive side of it as well, where a lot of companies ended up setting up Wi-Fi for their employees. And the employees then, with the Wi-Fi at home, because people are working from home, the employees then ended up, having this facility, Wi-Fi, accessibility of internet, 24 hours, and that has become a positive for
So did the numbers go up?
We did see that, yeah.
Significantly?
Well, relatively.
We're about shameless plugs here. We have no shame.
I don't want to blow it too far.
Yeah, but things did improve.
Yes,
Okay.
things did improve.
Okay. Now, in terms of the additional infrastructure as you grow and expand, what is the offering? What are you looking at?
You mean especially in terms of internet accessibility? We're approaching even the mobile or mobile supplier providers, and we're trying to see if they cannot assist us with some level of, obviously the best thing would have probably be to have a setup similar to Facebook, where you've got your, what do they call it? What do they call
SOE, I don't know. So, what is it you're trying to describe?
When they give you data at discounted prices.
Oh, okay. Yes.
So that's a sort of opportunity that we're trying to explore. Of course, they'll be looking at their own requirements as well before they can accommodate that request. Yeah.
All right. Now, what are the plans for expansion? I guess that's what I'm driving at, throughout the country and even continentally, or throughout SADC.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, like you'd agree with even your line of questioning. The focus was to look at a smaller market first, perfect it there, and then see how you can move out. So we're just trying to build up the confidence with the online e-commerce shopping within Gaborone. Once we have that going, then we can start pulling out, more into the country. But then we're already talking to, trying to look into the South African market. We're looking, they've got a whole lot, they've got a variety of platforms similar to ours, but we want to see how we can actually leverage on that to be able to connect Botswana and South Africa. And we're also talking to some guys in Zambia as well. So yes, the thinking is let's look at the SADC region and let's see how we can actually...
Was there ever a time when you sort of had second thoughts of some kind where you're facing challenges, significant challenges, and you considered quitting? And if there was such a time, how did you overcome it?
Fortunately, I haven't, because my nature is all about winning. I don't fail at anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
So tell the listeners how you developed that mindset.
I think your upbringing has got a lot to do with that. I had an amazing father. Very focused, his morals were very clear, and he taught us to know what you want is what you actually can get, and nothing should stop you.
So that upbringing was very, very helpful.
That was amazing.
You're speaking about Ramabel, if I'm not mistaken.
Mr. James Mabel.
I think I knew him. I know him. I knew him.
Yeah.
Because he was into also immigration.
Yes.
Immigration, and
yes.
As a young lawyer, we used to interact
a lot with him.
Yeah. Is there anything particularly that he instilled in you that kept you going?
It's everything about him. He was very exemplary. Everything that I say I am right now, I think it's really, it's more from him. Obviously, mother has got a very important role that she plays as well. But when it comes to being out there, getting what you need to get, he was a man.
He's a very outgoing man.
Very
You're
outgoing.
a little bit reserved compared to him. Yeah. Now, I've heard that there's a big thing that is in the offing that you are planning to launch. Can you share that, a little bit about that?
Yes, a lot of it actually will be shared on our social media. We are coming up with an app. We initially had an app that was just publicizing our catalogs. But currently we are including everything that is in the website. And actually, by the way, I didn't take you through all the areas apart from the catalogs that we have.
Please go ahead.
Yes, we do have an opportunity where shops can also plug in their individual products. And that gives you an opportunity to say, if I'm looking for a cell phone, iPhone, whatever make, type it in and it tells you all the shops that are actually selling that cell phone. And then you're able to see, okay, where is it available? What prices are they selling it? And then you go and get it.
All that is on your website.
All that's on our website. Another thing that we have actually introduced as well, it's your classifieds. If you want to sell something that is maybe a used product, You'll be able to go in there as an individual, you sign in, you do your own uploading, almost like what you do in Facebook. And it's providing you with more audience than your other, platforms or door-to-door that you actually are doing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So is all that you do in online, or you accessible physically as well? Do you interact with members of the public?
The product is an online platform, but obviously, we've got contact numbers and phones and emails, and even through the website. Another feature that is very important that we have, we've actually created a messenger that allows customers to be able to interact directly with the shops through that messenger. Mm-hmm. So what it actually does for a customer, it gives you that opportunity. Say you don't know what shops are selling a certain product, but you know that maybe it's a building product. Then you just go into the website and say, can you give me a list of all the shops that are selling building products? Mm-hmm. And then it will give you all those shops. Then you can decide, maybe there's a list of 20 products, 20 shops. Then you can decide, no, I just want maybe feedback from 5 shops. Mm-hmm. You click those 5 shops, and then you ask them the question you want to ask them. Please, can you tell me if you actually sell this type of tile? Then all the shops, click of a button, they all get the message at the same time. Then they will individually respond to you. Look at all, whatever it is, if it's the price you're looking for, if it's availability, you look at all that and you say, okay, this is the shop that I want to go buy from. Either if they're registered to sell online with us, then you'll be able to sell to shop directly, or you get in your car and go and buy it.
Yes, somebody owning a shop may be listening to you now thinking that this has nothing to do with me, not appreciating the advantages. What would you say to such a person to appreciate the benefits for them as a shop owner?
Like the messenger, some of the feedback that we've been getting from them was that you want us to set up another unit within our business. And what we are saying to them is that currently when people are making inquiries, how are they making them? They're calling you on the phone. So that very person who's actually responding on the phone could be the one who's also attending to the messenger. And with the app coming, it will be you'll be actually carrying it on your phone. If you are a person who's walking around in the shop, people are calling and sending messages. You don't have to wait until you hear somebody say, oh, there's an inquiry like this. It's on your phone, respond to it immediately, and it's an instant benefit. And then for them as well, we're not charging them for actually posting their catalogs and their products on the website.
Not charging the shops?
We're not charging them. So it is just another extra benefit in terms of that way to actually market and publicize our products. So a lot of times when we say to them, we're not charging, they become suspicious.
Yeah, there's nothing for Mahala.
That's exactly what they say.
Where is the catch?
Yes. And we tell them the catch is on other avenues. We've got advertising space on our website. So that's how we generate our income.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So now let's flip it now and look at the average man in the street. Where is the obvious benefit for them? If you could just break it down.
Okay, I think like I say, our motto is actually save money, save time, save money. So men on the street, they, instead of running around like I do when I'm looking for products, and you realize you've been to 5 shops looking for the same thing, and you realize that it's really exhausting. So they will benefit from, where you're going, that they will have what you're looking for, and then you'll be able to find it at a certain price.
Now, in the years you've been operating, is there any set of products that seem to be doing well on your platform more than others?
People are more interested in groceries.
Groceries.
Yes, because I think, it's an obvious, and that's where you have to spend money. So because what we provide is really more for people to save money. If there are specials running, That's the best way that a man in the street can actually benefit from something like that. Yeah.
And so groceries followed by what?
I'd say cell phones.
Cell phones,
Yeah.
huh? There's electronic gadgets generally, or cell
Electronic
phones in
gadgets,
particular.
Yes.
And then I would imagine building material as well.
Building material, but you find that I think a lot of times, because the building material, the shops are actually just giving us, remember what I said, they're slowly trying to bring in the products, but mainly they're giving us the specials. So you'll find that you'll probably want more than what's on the specials if you're building a house.
Okay.
Yeah. So they would go there directly.
Okay. Now, in terms of perhaps looking for funding to explode, you mentioned that some of your competitors are very big worldwide. Is it something that has crossed your mind in terms of approaching, for instance, angel funding or venture capital funding? Have you thought of that?
Yeah, we've actually been approached to consider those options, but I just said not now. Because I want to understand the market beyond what we have. Because as I mentioned to you earlier on, it's, shops are slowly trying to grasp the idea. And I know a lot of funding could go a long way when it comes to marketing and creating that environment that we want to create. But I just wanted to make sure that we actually know what product we have and see how we can move it forward.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Now, this is the time for the crystal ball question now, in terms of the outlook for the future. By that I mean 10, 15, 20 years down the line. What future do we see for Poifo Poncana? What future do we see in terms of vision for Pricemate?
I want Pricemate to be the hub. Not just about price in the true sense of money, but looking at price as, everything is money. When we're sitting here, it's money. So what better opportunities can we provide out there to create convenience? You're looking for a car, to rent a car, you're looking for, your mobile facilities and networks, who is the best. It's all about, because life is all about comparing and looking for the best. So we want to provide that environment where everything can be accessible within obviously reasonable limits. Everything can be accessible that will help people in their decision making on a day-to-day basis.
So when you say a hub, what does that mean? A hub is like, I'm not innovation. One stop for
facility that pulls all the different facets of the business environment that will help people make better decisions moving forward.
Another Amazon, perhaps?
Yeah, to some extent.
An African Amazon.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, and another thing that I didn't touch on also when you asked me about what benefits we're providing and how we're actually marketing this. We have a lot of competitions that we run on our website. We go to shops and we say, you want to promote anything, any product that you have right now. And you want to promote maybe, something that is new in your environment. Then we partner with them. We actually take the competition, package it, and say to them, you give us whatever product that you can avail, and then we take it out there and we run competition on Facebook. We've got something that also very new that we've created. It's like a gambling thing. It's a spin the wheel. You go into the website, you'll be playing the spin the wheel. So we're really trying to make it as interactive as possible. Yeah. Just needed to throw that in before.
Yeah, but I'm curious about the spin the wheel part, how it works. Just tell us a bit more about it. What will be on that wheel, and how do you...
I think I've given you a feel that we are simple. We're a simple website. Simple in that, money-wise, we're not that expensive. We don't have much to offer. So we're starting with small things like airtime,
Okay.
people winning airtime, and just making it more accessible and
You know what I'm
Yes.
going to do? I'm just going to give your marketing guys 5 to 10 minutes to say one or two things, and then we'll wrap up.
okay.
Yeah. Hello, dear viewer. We're carrying on with folks from Pricemate. We're doing historical fest today on Mogobe Nuggets. We're bringing in someone else from the marketing division just to help explain some of the products very, very quickly before I conclude Poifo Poncana. And the person I'm bringing in, Kelabukhang Mogokumani. Welcome to the studio, madam.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. Would you care to share with the viewers a little bit about yourself?
Okay, where do I start? I'm a young girl from Mapoka village, which is up north. Firstborn of 2 kids, 2 girls, blessed with 2 girls. And I did my university at Limkonkwing, where I did public relations. And I am the public relations officer at Pricemate.
Okay. Yeah, your colleague, I don't know whether to call her your boss, but she speaks very highly of you guys from Limco.
Yes.
Tell us about how you got involved with Pricemate.
How I got involved? That's a difficult question. Basically, I would say just reaching out and reaching out to them to just also let them know how I can help them in terms of my experience of work. And yeah,
Okay. What does this logo mean? It's a very interesting logo.
it's a
isn't it?
very unique logo.
What does it
It's
say?
Pricemate. It's a P, which is P for Pricemate.
Okay.
Yeah, so we tried to make it quite interesting and have a little twist into it. Yes.
All right. Tell us what you have for us in terms of how the company is doing, the numbers, and things like that.
Okay. With our numbers, we actually monitor our numbers. The website, we monitor the website numbers on a site that we have, where we can tell how many people have been on the website on a daily and on a monthly. So on a daily, we could have 1.5 to 2,000 people visiting our website, and on a monthly, 40 to 60,000 people
That's a lot.
visiting our website. Yes. And we also have, that was said, our Facebook page and also our Instagram page. We engage normally when we post catalogs on the website. We do take them to the social media pages, where we can let people know that we have uploaded certain catalogs on our Facebook page, on our website. Sorry.
How do you convert these massive numbers to cash? How does it work?
Basic, like I was said earlier, how we monitor the cash is from Google Ads. This is why numbers matter to us. This is why it's very important that we have a lot of people entering our website, is because Google Ads is the one that pays us from it. So the more numbers, the more money.
Okay. What
Yeah.
else do you want to share with us?
We also have different features on our website. A unique feature, which is get quotations. So when you see something, for example, building material, you just click on the building stores, not just one. You can click on multiple stores, and then you can get a quotation of different items and just send. And all that they have to do at the store is insert the amount, and you get the total. And that's how then you can compare which building store that you can go to buy your certain products. Yeah.
Tell us about competitions.
Competitions, how we engage with the public is through competitions. We partner with a shop, a store, and we just do where we do the marketing. They give us the product, and then we market Pricemate, and we market the shop also, and do the competition, whether it's a cell phone, it's a voucher, this, that, and they engage with us, the public, and give the prize. And yeah, actually, like, a lot of people enter these competitions. Are always excited for our competitions, and we do it on a monthly basis.
I can tell that you're very excited about the future of Pricemate. Why is that?
Because well, we are quite unique. We're quite unique. We are Botswana owned company, website done by Botswana, everything done by us. So we're slowly stepping up into doing a lot of things. Like we had the website launch recently. Right now we're going to have the app launch, which is going to be very soon. So yeah, we take things step by step. We don't rush into doing things. So yeah.
And as a youngster who's, in this space, what words of encouragement would you give to other youngsters who sometimes get despondent and discouraged?
Well, just go for it. That's my motto is, just go for it and strive for it, and do whatever makes you happy at the end of the day.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. I'll call back Poncana to just wrap up. Thank you so much. Is there anything else you left out?
No, that's it.
Okay, great stuff.
Thank
Me Mokokomani Labohang has just shared with us a lot about this. Is there anything you want to add to what she had to say about?
I think that
She
that
covered
really
everything.
wraps it.
Okay.
That covers
All right.
it.
Because she did talk about the uniqueness of the business, and she did talk about with excitement about its future. So as we wrap up our conversation, what would you like to say about the future of Pricemate?
I think the future of Pricemate is just more shops, almost all the shops in the country registering to actually participate, and more industries finding what we'll be, bringing along, because we do have quite a lot, like I said earlier on. The hub environment we would like to put up is all about bringing other businesses into this space as well. So it's just for people to understand that there's more to come when it comes to Pricemate, but there's a lot more now they can benefit with what we have.
All right.
Yeah.
This is the time of the show when you get to ask me a question. Any question? If you want. If you don't feel like it's still okay. It's allowed.
Yeah, I think my question is more to do with appreciating the opportunity you've given us. And maybe just to ask it more clearer is, what gets you to want to do something like this for Botswana?
One, I'm in Botswana. Two, anything that improves the quality of life for my peeps, I'm for it. And in the 2.5 years that we've been doing this particular platform, the feedback has been very, very positive. People who've appeared on the platform have said that it has really benefited them immensely. And there's nothing as beautiful as giving back. I've been very fortunate in this country, and I continue to grow. So it's really a labor of love. A labor of love. I really enjoy it.
Yeah, it's really very much appreciated, Mogobe, I must say. We got a call from one of your colleagues, and we, like I was saying earlier on, nothing for Mahala. I asked the team, what's in it for you?
Yeah.
So
Okay.
at least now I
You
understand.
can just say a few words to the viewer who's watching now. As we wrap up, leave them with words of encouragement, words of upliftment, so to speak, as we wrap up.
Yeah, all I can say is, with every dream comes a possibility. It might not be exactly how you dream of it, but it will definitely lead you. It can lead you into things that you never even imagined. I was brought up in an environment where I'm just a construction employee, which I enjoyed thoroughly, and I never thought I would actually enter into the space of the digital world. So I'm just wanting to encourage, especially the youngsters, especially the youngsters in this environment where it's not clear, where probably they need to be leading, which direction they need to take. But just hang on to whatever comes to your mind, apply yourself, and work hard. You will actually achieve what you need.
Thank you very much. You've been a wonderful guest. We appreciate
Thank
you
you.
coming.
Thanks a lot.
Okay.